All right, so today we are on our way up to Vermont, where we are gonna go bear hunting. It is August 30th, I believe. Season opens September 1st, so we're gonna get up there. We got a day of scouting that we're gonna do. Then we're gonna get out there and we're gonna see if we can find ourselves a bear. Something just fell over in the back. I don't know what it was, but some things about bear hunting in Vermont. So there is no baiting. You can run dogs, but I don't have any dogs, nor know anyone who has dogs. And I don't have a lot of space at my parents' house to really poke around in. But we're gonna start out first with the bear that has been living, or has been on the camera, in and around my parents' house. He's been going to their compost bin. Now I can't hunt him straight off the compost bin because that would technically be baiting. But I've got a fairly good idea of where they're sleeping up on the mountain by my house, up there. So we're gonna go around, we're gonna poke around up there, and hopefully we get him. Now he's a pretty big boar. There is a mom with 3 cubs, so we're gonna do our best to stay away from them. I'm obviously not going after them. But this is a pretty big boy. I've named him Chunk, the Chunk, and this is gonna be the adventure to see if we can catch a chunkster. All right, see you guys when we get there. Alright guys, so we got in last night. We've got today to scout. Season opens tomorrow. So we're gonna go around into the likely locations around my parents' farm and see what we can find. And hopefully we get something good while we're out here. No, I want you to say it again. Talk to me.
These trees are full of apples.
What do we got up there? Just go.
Apple trees. Lots of them. And right over here we have the little smack shack. You have to clear that out so you can shoot from it. Well, by the time the frost comes, it'll push that down and you'll be able to see out the windows. I'm going to come up with the brush hog later and brush hog in under the apple trees so you can see from roughly where the smack shack is into the apple trees, because Randy wants to come up and put a pop-up blind right here. He's got to come and get it up now so the deer get used to it. So right over here is another apple. There's right in through there, about 200 yards away, is a house. So we don't really use rifles up here. And when the weather's good, you can sit up on that pole and you can see to New York, and you can see deer crossing the cornfields. The cornfields way down there when you're hunting up here. You can see in the cornfields way down there. You can see deer crossing them. It's really kind of nice. You can see other people shooting sheds if you look. I can't really pick out where they are right now, but there's a few shooting sheds down there. Nobody really hunts up here, so people feel the deer feel relatively safe up here. Hedge apples, so, and these are all hedge apples. It was never an orchard up here.
So which are the ones you pruned?
Well, these ones right here, they have fucking apples. These do. The ones I never pruned do.
Maybe you don't know what you're doing.
I do know what I'm doing. I think it's just got more to do with the friggin', they're just hedge trees. They used to grow in wild, and it's a waste of time pruning them when there's an apple orchard full of pruned apple trees over there.
Got you.
So, you know, and there's a major crossing point down on the road you can hear right there.
Yeah.
And 2 years ago, I was sitting in that blind on the last day of black powder season, maybe the last Friday of black powder season. So ice cold. I left in the dark. The next day, the guy who lives right here, a friend of mine, Otto, said that an 8-pointer got hit in the road right in front of the house just after dark. Destroyed a guy's truck, but he got the 8-pointer.
Hey, Dad, what you doing with your pistol?
Huh? What about it? It's my little 22. Why? What?
You don't have a holster.
Holster. It's a crappy holster, so it's easy just a gangster in my belt.
Right.
You ask about my pistol like this. I went through a year in Afghanistan carrying my pistol inside my belt behind my back like a gangster because the crappy fucking holster the military give us don't work. So, and I had a lanyard on it, so I never lost it. Now look.
Where did she see the bear?
Your mother and sister walked this way, turned around and came back right this way. They were right about where those guy wires are. And the bear came out of right here. The bear came out of here and ran into the woods. Down there. Goes strewing up, which is where I'm pretty sure the bears live.
Because of those, there's grapes and blackberries, you said, but the blackberries aren't producing, but...
You could use a black powder rifle or a shotgun up here and you'd be okay.
Could.
All these woods are pretty thick. There's like a few angles you can't shoot. Like that angle is a tough angle to shoot.
Probably tuck into those bushes or something up there.
At the top of the triple power line is good. That's where I shot at that deer a few years ago. I was just sitting in the gravel right at the base of it. You could put a tree stand on the telephone pole. Sure, the power company would fucking frown upon it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's illegal. Nobody's going to come up here and stop you.
All right, well, let's go across the field and see what we find up there. So it's a couple hours later, and we went to look at the food plot on another property that Dad hunts on. We also went to breakfast because we're in zero rush today. Now we're on the other side of the field to look around and see what we can find for bear sign. Word is that they're going to beech nuts right now, so we're going to try and find beech trees first. See if we can see them climbing up into them or any sign.
That's like a small hickory nut. Beech nuts. Beech nut trees.
Right up the hill. See it? It's a doe. Right there. You see it? No. It's moving. It's like 20 yards from us.
Is she laying down?
No, she's looking right at us.
I don't see her. Alright. I'm looking at the...
There she goes. So I'm right where she was at. You can see Dad right down over there. There he is. He's standing right down there. We came up right here. There's a trail right down here. Now where she was at on this little hill, she can see right down onto the trail over there. And it's very hard to look up and see her sitting right here. So she didn't even flag when she moved off. She just moved farther back up the ridge. It's an interesting thing. There's acorns and a couple other types of nuts right here. So I think they eat in bed right here and just kind of hang out. So that's good to find, but it's not the species we're looking for right now. So keep moving. It's cool though. It's old.
Some bear shits.
So we found what looks like a trail along the edge of this cliff right here. There's some bear scout right behind us. A pretty obviously beaten trail. More cliff ledges up on this side. And from my time as a kid running around here, I'm fairly positive that where they sleep is over here. So we're working our way closer to see if the bear sign increases over there. But I think we're getting in on the areas that it's going to be best to sit.
It's just two trees doing this.
Unless it's not. Unless it's a bear up in a beech tree breaking branches.
Could be. Maybe he's freaking up in the woods putting a wood to his old lady.
Yeah, I don't think they do that in fall. I think that's a spring thing.
I have no idea. They must do it in the fall because friggin' they have their offspring in the winter. You ever fucked a bear?
What?
Have you ever fucked a bear? Yes or no?
No.
All right, then how the hell do you know when they like to get laid? Looky, he came right here. See? So let's see. I have to look at the calendar, but I came through here with Jonathan on the go-karts last week, Tuesday maybe, Thursday. Those are my 2 days off. I met him out here. There was tracks all in here, and it looks like he's been out here on the go-kart another time since Thursday. So these tracks have to be since this weekend. They have to be this weekend's tracks. Well, that's the third time we've had tracks right here. And look at the beech nuts all around here.
Excellent.
Where the fuck they're coming from? Oh, there's a beech nut right there. I mean, it's like the tree's growing that way, and the beech nut trees are over here. Look. Let's do this. Well, look at how wet that track is. Look. So those could be this morning's, right?
It's kind of hard to tell, but
Yeah. Well, look at how it's filled up with water.
yeah.
Right, if we do this, of course, he's fucking 150 to 300 pounds, so he's going to squeeze more water out of the ground and have it come up. But I don't know; those got to be today's.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's the larger one of the two. Or three we have out there. I don't know. Not being
Alright, so this is the end of day one. Scouting is done. Weapons have been sighted in. I decided I'm going to go with an old 30-30 lever action that we have. Just simply because I just wasn't liking the way that the rifle I came up here shooting, so I took one of my dad's old weapons and we tested that thing out. It works pretty well, so we're just going to go ahead and use that thing. If you guys liked the video and you want to see more of it, hit like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Share it around with your friends so they can see the videos as well. And tomorrow morning is going to be opening day of bear season up here. I'm looking forward to it. Let's get after it.